Hey, thanks for joining us this Monday morning. We love you. We thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of service yesterday. We had a great day in the Lord. I was excited to see that God was able to work through our own difficulties and struggles that we have, and God was able to send a message and minister to all of us. Last night, again, it was a great time in serving God, being around the altars and experiencing God's grace in our life. This morning, when I was getting ready to come into the office and work, I thought about something that reminded me of some scriptures that I had read in the last week. I hadn't really given much thought to it, but as I got ready this morning, I turned the faucet on in the bathroom. And when I turned that on, the water comes out, and it comes out with force. And I was thinking about that. The water isn't really coming from the faucet. The water is coming from the reservoir. The water's coming from our well, a place where the water is already available, where the power and the source is available. I started thinking about Deuteronomy 8 and 18. It tells us in the Bible that, "But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant which he swore unto thy fathers as it is this day." That little faucet reminded me of that my strength, my wealth, my power doesn't come from the person I am or from this temple that God's created in me, but instead it really comes from a deep reservoir. It comes from God. It comes from Him, and He's my source. He is the source of all strength. He gives me power so that when I need it the most, He brings it forth. From the uttermost parts comes up this spring of living abundance that God gives us. And so I wanted to share that with you this morning. I know it's kind of simple. Most of you who know me or follow me know that my mind works a little bit oddly, that faucets talk to me, but it did remind me that my source is coming from something far greater, much more than I could ever expect of myself, much more than I could ever expect of the church, much more than I could ever expect of any one person that I know, except for Jesus. And He's my true source. And so I can live with an uplifted life. I can live with blessing. I can live with the abundance that He provides and be assured that none of it rests on me. It's Him. And so I want to encourage you today, no matter what you're going through in life, no matter where you are in your walk with Jesus, know today that your source is more than enough for you. Jesus has paid the price, and He has promised, and He's going to keep that promise in fulfilling it to us. So I hope that encourages your heart today. Thank you for joining us. I'd ask you to come out and be a part of our services this week. We're going to be having prayer again on Wednesday night this week. I'll be speaking just before we start the prayer time, and then we're going to spend the remainder of the service in prayer. Don't forget that this coming weekend, we have church here on Sunday morning, and we have family worship. Begins at 10 o'clock, Sunday school at 9 o'clock. Sunday is also our veteran service, and in that service, we want to take time and give honor and tribute to those who have served in our country in any of the armed services. We also want to take time to recognize anyone who is currently serving. Also, our men and women in blue, we thank you for all of the first responders, and we want you to feel appreciated and loved on Sunday. So come out and join us on Sunday morning. You will be touched by that service. We love you and we thank you.